Hey everybody, welcome back to Reachin Reverie. My name is Alex and thank you so much for choosing this video to watch today. So this video is picking up right where the last video left off. So if you missed the last one, go check it out. We started building our shop this weekend. So far on this building, we did the plywood on the 16-foot wide stretch by 24-foot long area, and we did stop at the bathroom. And the reason that we did that is we wanted to be sure that we got the bathroom plumbed before we put the floor joists in. So you can see here what Josh is working on this afternoon is he is already put in the joists on part of this bathroom area. This is where our toilet's gonna go, and this is the area where our shower is gonna be. And the shower, the drain actually lines up right in line with this joist right here. So what he's doing is he is building a box essentially to support the shower without having the joist go all the way through. So right now he's been measuring, he's already has all of the fittings lined up for the plumbing from the shower to run into the toilet. We're gonna have a vent that comes outside and up for that sewage exhaust, and that is what we're working on today. Now we are building this shop as quickly as we can because the rental property that Josh and I live in right now, we recently discovered has mold damage, and there's a health concern with mold pathogens in that duplex that we're renting. So we are expediting this build of building our shop off of our RV so that we can have a place that we can safely live as soon as possible. Now with us trying to expedite our shop build, there are some choices that we had to make that maybe would have gone differently if we took 8 months to build this shop instead of just a few weeks. And because this is going to be for the purposes of a shop first and foremost down the line, we decided not to spend a lot of time, energy, and money on flooring such as tile, laminate, wood, flooring, anything like that. And so we're actually going to be using this tongue and groove plywood as our primary flooring for the structure. What I'm going to be doing this afternoon is I'm going to be painting primer on the flooring, and tomorrow I'm going to pick up where we leave off and do a coat of porch and floor paint. Well, now it's time for me to start priming, so y'all guys keep watching. Let's see how far we get today. I feel like if I do it the way I want to, we're gonna run out of paint. Like where it's all thick and no white spots or red wood spots coming through. I feel like I'm gonna end up using too much. So that is half of my gallon of primer, and we looked at the canister and it should be enough square footage for 1 gallon to be enough to finish priming this surface. But with the roller, and I'm not even going on very heavy, it's clearly not half. So I'm probably just gonna go until I run out of paint this evening, and then we may need to run to the hardware store tomorrow to get more primer. The thing about rural living and where we live in far western Texas is our hardware store doesn't open until afternoon. And so it probably will give us just a little bit of a late start tomorrow, but we're gonna get it done. If we don't end up getting all the painting done tomorrow or today, then we'll just have to make up for it throughout the week after work when we get off. So for tonight, I am just gonna keep chipping away and painting the primer on this flooring, and we'll see how far we can get. Hopefully I can make it, but I am trying to lather it on kind of thinly, and I don't think I'm gonna have enough to finish priming today. So we'll probably end up having to go to the local hardware store when they open at 1 tomorrow. Josh has been doing really good. You can see where the toilet drains right there. We're gonna have a vent that comes out and up right here, and then the shower plumbing right there. Looks like it's getting ready to go. All right, everybody, so this is how far we made it today with 1 gallon of our primer. So we do in fact need to go to the store tomorrow to finish the rest off. It was a really thick primer, and I do feel like you don't get quite as much coverage when you're using a roller as you could with a paintbrush. At least that's been my experience. And so we will need to go ahead and get 1 more gallon so that we can get the primer out of the way. We haven't quite decided if we're going to paint all the walls yet because it is a shop, but the other side of that is we will be living in the shop and our RV until our house is built. So we do also want to be comfortable. That's still something we're playing around with, and we'll let you know as soon as we decide. It is now Sunday afternoon. We did have to wait until the afternoon today because we were missing 1 small 2-inch coupling to finish plumbing the bathroom today, and our hardware store of course opened afternoon. And then also we did go ahead and take advantage of that opportunity to buy another gallon of primer because we were just a little bit short yesterday evening painting the floor. We did go back and get that coupling, and Josh has been working on the plumbing this afternoon. And over here you can see all of the connections. They're put together all nicely. We've got our shower drain with P-trap. We have the vent that's going to come out. That'll be added on later. The vent for the septic exhaust. And then of course the drain for the toilet that goes directly into our septic line there. He did frame in, instead of using the standard joist flooring, there is some blocking going on here because nobody wants to fall through the shower while they're in there. So Josh, he's gonna do a couple more cuts so we can add a couple more blocking for extra support in this flooring, and then we will get to adding the plywood.
Yeah. Set it up. Okay, let's go on.
You always want to have extra tools. One of our nailing guns got jammed and out of commission, but we had another one, so get to keep on chugging along.
Push that pipe forward just a little bit. There you go.
This piece on the edge here was a little warped up, so it was making it hard to get the tongue and grooves to lock in place. So me standing and holding it where it should have been in place, Josh pushing on the other side, we got it done. And all of our flooring is in for the shop and the bathroom. So this is awesome. And Josh, he measured where he needed to cut the holes, and he cut out the holes before we even laid them in place. So all we had to do was slide it in the tongue and groove and lay it down on the glue. And the same thing over here. This corner is going to be where we're going to have a shop deep basin sink. We'll have the toilet, water heater closet will be over here, and then the shower will be over there. So we did decide to wait until a little bit later this evening when it's a little bit cooler to finish painting the primer on our flooring. Yesterday we noticed that the paint was drying so fast because it was kind of warm outside that it was making clumps as we were painting on the floor. So we figured let's wait till it's a little bit cooler outside so we can actually race the heat and get the paint applied to the floor before it starts drying. All right, everybody, it is now the evening. It's about 8 o'clock. We've got maybe 40 minutes left of sunlight today, and we did make it back to the property. We went home really quick to the duplex, cooked dinner, took care of the animals there, the chickens and Evie and Russell, and now here we are back on the property. I want to take advantage of this cool weather. We've got a nice cool breeze. The temperature's probably already dropped 25 degrees from where it was just a couple hours ago when the sun was real high in the sky. And I'm gonna try to knock out this last little bit of priming. We did think we were also gonna get the porch and floor paint on this weekend, but we do still have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to get it all knocked out. So we're not gonna rush that process. We are really proud of ourselves for getting this far this weekend. And the best part is that once we get through this week, Josh and I are taking off a full week next week. So starting Friday, we're gonna have a full week off so that we can really try to get the framing up and do as much of the construction here on this shop as we can. So here coming up really soon, we're gonna have some big videos of us working, building, get a good look at the shop the way it is now, because it is about to look really different as we get pushing on building the building. I hope you guys are excited as I am, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, the best way to stay up to date with everything going on here is to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss a beat. Thank you guys. Until next time. I forgot to caulk this seam right here. I do have fast dry and it says paint ready in 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and caulk it really quick, and I think it'll probably be 20 minutes before I get to that section to paint. So anyway, that's fine. It's totally fixable. At least I caught it before I painted, right?
Yeah, I was sitting out here earlier and I was like, man, we own this.
Sure do.
I'm just sitting right here looking at the structure now. Man, that looks like good shit. Holy shit.
You proud?
The key to it is you can't cut corners. You do it right.